Sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Hey, everybody. Hey, Annie. Hey, Robert. Um, Coffee. Um, Sean. Picker. Mark. Paul. Gigi. Hello. Hello, hello, guys. Who else? Am I missing anyone? Think I got Hey, Chris. Who else we got? Am I missing anyone? Okay, I think I got everyone. You know me, I don't like to miss people, right? I'm scrolling all the way back to the top, so I'm not missing anyone. So Annie says your hair's fine. Okay, we're back down here. How are you guys? Hi, Mark. How are you doing? Hey, Jenny. Jenny, I had to re-invite you. I had to close that other book group and re-invite you because it showed one extra member that was not in there. So I closed down the other one and I re-invited you. So tomorrow's Thursday. Thank you, Coffee. Hey, Paul, greetings. How are you guys? How was your day? Hey, Nicole. It's hot. It must be all these lights. Or is it just me? Just kidding. I am so far from hot. It's not even funny. 2 times Bella echoes. Am I echoing, you guys? You guys, am I echoing? Okay, Jenny. Yeah. Seriously, am I echoing, you guys? Hello, hello. I don't think I have anything else open. Nope. Oh, I am? Hold on. What about now? Am I echoing now, Gigi? Is it okay now? Okay, Jenny says no. Annie says, you aight. Okay, Robert says no. Okay. Gigi, try to let me know if I'm echoing for you right now. Chris doesn't hear it. Okay. You guys, seriously, have you been hearing? I don't want to make this whole video about this, but have you been hearing about all the Chris Watts stuff that's been going around? NK and Chris Watts? Yeah. Oh, yes. Donald J. Trump. I think Picker, Chris, Sean, Patriot, Robert, and Paul Wright would agree with you, Bella, and say you're hot. Sorry, but you're no. Nicole, oh my gosh, there's so much information that's coming out about this. Like, saying that NK's lawyering up that Chris actually spoke to an actual lawyer and he's trying to get the 35C and that he wants to have a trial. I don't know about that. Okay, that's why, Gigi. Okay, I got it. It wasn't me. Hey, Up in the House Records. So yes. Oh, Mark, you're too sweet. Not hot, but thank you. You guys, so much stuff. So you guys remember Sherilyn Cadle, right? And there was some issues with her, and she got in some kind of trouble for some stuff she was doing with her book. And I am getting really fat. This is crazy. I'm getting my winter gut. Look at this. I really need to exercise at the gym. Look at that. Oh, I have to tell you guys, whoever gave me the 4 thumbs down before I even came on camera, thank you. I appreciate it. A big to you too. How does someone give thumbs down before you even go live? That's crazy. That's somebody that has too much time on their hands. I'll just tell you that. Let me go around and just give people thumbs down just for the hell of it. Even though they haven't even gone live and I don't even know what they're going to talk about, I'll just give them a thumbs down anyways. That sounds fun. Oh, Nicole, girl, I have my freaking winter coat on. I don't know where it came from. Seriously, I don't eat like a pig. Jenny, I don't know. Oh, it's a bitter, right, Annie? Thank you. Nicole, I don't think you're getting fat. I doubt it. Okay, real quick, let me just go over some of this stuff. Now, we never know what's true, what's not true, what's going to stick, what's not going to stick. But there's information about the Chris Watts case, right? That he's speaking to an attorney. Thank you, Gigi. It grew really fast, huh? That he's speaking to an attorney that that he wants to have a trial, that 17 thumbs. Oh, I thought now there's 7 thumbs down, Sean. You think Cato held back? Thank you. Untrustworthy. Yes. You guys, there's something right here that's just driving me nuts. I'm seeing it in a reflection or something. I'm primping. Uh-oh. Anyway, it's like I wanted to see how much she changed her story. Oh my gosh, coffee. Thank you. Oh my gosh, $100, girl. Thank you so much. Love you. Wow, that's a lot. Thank you. Exactly, Annie. She's going back kind of on things that she said. What did you say, Sean? What comment? What'd you say? She's going back on things that it's like she's adding to the story. Up in the House record says, Chris Watts has been on my mind for a while now. I did a video covering it, and my viewers think they hope he never see the light. And I think NK should be. Thank you. Up in the House records. I'm right there with you. Byron, why do you think that? Why do you think that? Annie. Robert says, nice one, Coffee and Conversation. She pulled it out of there, right? Thank you, Coffee. I love it. I mean, we don't make much on AdSense. You guys know that, right? You are still the most woman in my world. The most beautiful? Is that what you're going to say, Sean? Hi, Marlena. I didn't see it, honey. I'm so sorry. Hi, sweetie. You know I say hi to everybody if I see you. I know. Nicole does not think NK. Listen, Nicole, the stuff that's been... I want it, Lord, please help me figure out how to articulate this in the best way I can. Okay. I just want to put out there what I've seen, what I've read, what I've heard from facts, and my opinion, why I feel the way I do. So, Lord, please help me articulate my words the best way possible and not piss anybody off. Okay. Thank you, Lord. Okay. God's got me on this one. So, Annie, do you remember when Cato made her rounds on Critical K, on AD, on, all the channels? So there's a couple of things. First of all, NK had Chris on a strict diet, right? Strict diet. Just out of nowhere. We're going to put you on this diet, and I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to eat, exactly what you need to put into your body, okay? She had him on a cleanse. He said it tasted like tea, but it was a cleanse, and he drank it at night. He assumes that she did hers earlier on in the day. There were those times, and she even mentioned it to the police, the detectives, before he did, of course, because she had to make sure it got in there, that Chris would just fall asleep, just pass out from being so tired, or she didn't know what was going on, and then just wake up and start talking about whatever it was that he was talking about before he passed out. Okay? This stuff isn't normal. Nobody else has ever said Chris does this kind of stuff, but you know, NK did. We know that NK was a lover of her crystals. She was involved in the Wicca type stuff. And Wicca is not necessarily, it's not always used for evil or bad, but just like any other religion or spiritual deal, it can be just like anything else. Gigi, I still have to, but you know I am. I believe with NK there were what's the word? Symbolisms, you know, like the sunflowers, like the volcano, Chris looking up the volcano, the song from Metallica, Battery, all of this stuff. And then not to mention the evil stuff that went on in her apartment that Chris mentioned. I don't believe Chris mentioned that just for no reason, that there was some evil stuff that he's going to take to his grave. Now, do you want to know what I think some of that evil stuff might be that he's going to take to his grave because he's ashamed? Okay. Well, when you get involved into opening up the third eye, you know, the pineal gland, you know, all of this, trying to get into that spiritual realm. You remember how I told you guys, if you look it up, and it's true, that's why they do this to little children, and you can control, I don't know if it's the left part or the right part of the brain, but whatever part of the brain is under that control, the other part isn't. Okay. So you can control one part of the brain and then you can turn it off like that. Hey, CEO of YouTube. Hola. Yay, Gigi. Yes. Vote. Everybody vote. So, and then they don't remember what they did while they were under that control. I think Trent Bolt may have been partly telling the truth. Do I think Chris went out and had an affair with Trent Bolt by himself and they went and hooked up and he bought him makeup and stuff for his lips? No, I don't believe that he paid for his lip injections and did all that. What I do think, though, I think there's partly a half truth in there, what Trent Bolt was saying. I think Trent Bolt knew NK, and I think he would go and hang out at that apartment with NK, Chris, Jim, some of their other friends that hung out over there, and they did whatever they did. And I think what they did included sexual things together. Because if you look it up, a lot of this stuff that NK practices is very sexual. She's very, 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 very sexual. That's how she hooked Chris, is through her sexual powers. Yes. Thank you. I don't know about the blood drinking. I know about the tea stuff, you know, the tea drinking and stuff like that. My little wingies. Yeah, I'm going to vote for him too. I do believe that there was definitely threesomes, foursomes. I do believe that she was having him drink this stuff. Well, I think you could be right. I think she's known Trent a few boobs ago. Annie. So when they went away for the weekend, they went to camping and stuff. According to Charlene Cadle, they were nude. It was a nude weekend. I believe Jim was there. I believe it was a big, friendly, naked party. I do. Chris did say he was going to take some of the stuff that went on to his grave. And I think the things that he would take to his grave are the things that he partook in, that he was ashamed of. Chris ain't going to get out of prison, you guys. My whole thing is this. I know this is going to shock a lot of people, but when I voted, I didn't vote. Really, Coffee? I thought you changed your mind. I thought I got you to change your mind. Just kidding. Yeah, you're right, Chris. A lot of people do that. Exactly, Sean. Too many weird things that went on with that NK. Okay, I want to make sure I've got but again, I don't trust Sherilyn Cadle. I don't. I think she adds to as people ask her questions because maybe she doesn't know all the information. So sometimes she'll say no, but sometimes she'll say yeah. NK text to Charlotte acted like Chris Watts was her best F. Yeah, but NK text to Charlotte. Yeah. Hey, Ivy. She did. She's acted like Chris was her. Yeah. I voted for Kanye West for president. Just joking. Oh, you're funny, Byron. Oh, hey, Save Robbie. Love you. I haven't been timed out yet in here. Oh, you stop it, Coffee, because you know we wouldn't time you out just for your political views. Robbie, have you voted yet? You know we would never do that. You little shit face. Just kidding. Okay. Robbie, what do you think about all this stuff about Chris Watts and NK, this stuff, her getting a lawyer, everything that's been going on? Woohoo! He voted. Okay. Chris, you know how everyone's been wondering about the search that NK did on Shanann Watts and Chris Watts back in 2017? Okay, this is what Sherilyn Cadle says. Now, can we believe her? Maybe. I don't know. But, right, Save Robbie, I'm not either. But I do think that Trent maybe have told half truth. I think maybe, I don't think Chris went off and had a one-on-one affair with Trent Bolt. But I think that Trent Bolt probably did go to NK's apartment and hung out with Jim and Chris, and I think they had their sex parties and stuff. This stuff that they do. I used to not think that. I thought Trent was just lying about the whole thing, but I'm starting to think maybe he was telling half truth. Mark, did someone say they hate me? Oh, come on. Like I said, I had 4 thumbs down before I even came live. So Sherilyn Cadle said, everyone would be like, oh, okay, now we know why NK was looking up Chris before she even met him. Supposedly, Sherilyn Cadle is saying, well, Sherilyn Cadle did say this. Supposedly, Chris introduced Shanann to NK at a fireworks party on 4th of July in the town of Colorado, in the city of Colorado. I guess they had this every year. It was something they went to every year that they were there. And I don't know how Chris knew of NK at that point because she hadn't started. We all know this. She hadn't started working for Anadarko until 2018, right? It was April 2018. So Shanann and Chris met NK, or Chris introduced Shanann to NK in July of 2017. And then in August of 2017, NK looks up Chris Watts. And then in September, NK looks up Shanann Watts. Hey, Darskabins. Oh, thank you. Oh, we're talking about Chris Watts and Nicole Kessinger. Hey, Vicky. And who else? Trent Bolt. Robbie. Wait, is Robbie still here? I want to see. Ridiculous thing is that Sherilyn Cadle did not have to plagiarize anything. Right, Ivy. That's what it was. plagiarism. Yes. Well, she gave her a big apology. I was gonna see if I was gonna ask Robbie if he thinks Trent was telling the truth. Okay, because I heard NK was Googling Shanann a year before the murders. Yes. Oh, and Chris said yes. NK did know that Shanann was pregnant. How could she not know? She was checking her Facebook all the time. I know you guys probably think I'm like a conspiracy theorist, and part of me does look into stuff like that, and part of me does believe some things. I don't believe all the conspiracies out there. But do I think it's possible that NK had Chris under a trance and she was practicing, I don't know what they're called, but there's, like a shaman does the ayahuasca stuff, right? Whatever this deal that NK is involved in, I can't remember the name of it. There's a certain person that has to guide these people into their spirituality thing. Maybe NK wasn't that good at it. And maybe Chris was like a test. I don't know. Maybe she targeted Chris. I still don't believe that this man would go murder his children and his wife just because he liked NK and wanted sex from her. It's just, there's something more to this, you guys. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. There's more to it. There was more involved, and no one's going to convince me anything different because I just don't. Hey, Mark. Why wasn't exactly? Thank you. Why is she coming out with it now? We know that she hasn't talked to him again. So now all of a sudden she just has more information. Let me see. There was something else that she said. I was like, wait, what? You didn't say that before. NK's getting a lawyer or lawyering up. Well, we know that NK's dad has a lot of money. There's rumors that he's a Freemason. I don't know about that. We know Chris said that NK was bipolar. Oh, yeah, there were a few things I re-listened to the other night. Remember when Tammy and Grammy and them went out to visit him in prison and they asked him all those questions? There were 3 things, again, that stuck out to me that it's almost like he was trying to get them to catch on to. And he's said these are some of the things he's been consistent with through the whole way. He said, I don't know what happened. I felt something take over me. When I had my hands around her neck, I felt like somebody was holding me there, holding my hands around her neck, remember? And I couldn't let them go. It's like they were holding my hands there for me. I think that's huge. Why not? Let's see. Exactly. He had already gotten the sex he needed. Let me see what else. Okay, she said she was asked. Sherilyn Cato was asked on why don't I know that NK's dad had a lot of money? I mean, yes, he was well off, but not crazy. So yeah, supposedly he had a crap ton of money. He doesn't look like it. I would never know, but okay. So Sherilyn Cato was asked on 80's channel. Oh, about the sex stuff between, at the apartment. And AD specifically asked her, so was it a bunch of people involved? Yada, yada, yada. She goes, no, just between NK and Chris. Because he was referring to, was it group sex? Were there orgies? Were there threesomes? And she was like, no, it was just between. And then on this other interview I just heard, she was talking about how they were having threesomes and all this stuff. So either she already, and anal sex, they were doing that. NK was wanting him to do that. And then I already talked about the naked camping. I talked about Chris did say that she was dark. I think Charlene Cadle added a bunch of stuff just to sound more interesting, Oh, and then the autopsy. So Chris, the autopsies are sealed for the girls. So I'm wondering what those will show if they come out. And then Chris did the searches for jewelry, crystal. It was a crystal that NK wanted. He wanted to get for her. The volcano, and then the Metallica song, Battery. Were those signs? Were those symbols? Battery. You know what? Maybe it wasn't about, because it said can't kill the family. Maybe battery was, where he ended up putting the girls. So I don't know. I think that's all I have. I wanted you guys to hear. It'll take too long for me to go back and find it now, but some of the things that he had mentioned in that discussion with Tammy and what's his Graham or Coder and them. Hey Kiki, I know you're obsessed too. You're my obsession. You are an obsession. Nicole, what are you going to be for Halloween? Who do you want me to be to make you sleep with me? You are an obsession. You're my obsession. He said Shanann had bloodshot eyes and all that stuff that turned out to be untrue. It's like he doesn't really know anything that happened. Thank you. Yes. Symbols. Yep. You were going to be NK, but you're not now. I told Robbie you guys should be Scott Peterson. Do the Scott Peterson. It's hot pink. It's hard to tell, huh? It's a fluorescent neon. It's a neon pink. I don't know if you can see it, but it's bright pink. It's like a neon, like the 80s neon. You'd make a good NK. The symbols are what get me. The battery, the doll, the way NK was leading him into. Yes, exactly, Ivy. She did everything all of a sudden that she knew Chris liked, right? Everything that Shanann wasn't doing, that Shanann hadn't done with him. If she had, it had been years. So, like I said, I believe he was targeted. And now for what? Thank you, Picker. Oh, cute, Kiki. It's like they were targeted for some reason. Now, was the plan to blow up the batteries? Who knows? Do I think it was going to be with a fire stick? Not really. I don't know. I know MM sure thought, yeah, it probably would glow in the dark, Robert. So I talked to an old guy friend of mine today. Right, Annie. Yeah. Oh, you're not going to do it this year, Keeks? Trent Bolt lips scare me, and the way he was sitting in the detective's room. Ew, yeah. Mark. I think she was there. I think she showed up for a quickie since Shanann's fight was going to be late. Kimberly, I agree. I think she was there too. I do. I don't know if it was, I mean, I think, I can't say it was for a quickie. I think she had other, now there's a side of NK that we never saw, you guys, that Chris kind of described as having to talk her off a ledge. I guess she got very, very angry when Shanann posted a video on Facebook about what a wonderful dad Chris was, what a great husband he was, that she loved him, the girls loved. So that just shows that NK was watching the Facebook, right? So she got very angry about that. I think there was a side to her that was nuts. And I think how she's looking up wedding dresses, how she told Chris she wanted to give him his first baby, a baby boy. I mean, come on. Like, who does that when you're only dating a month? I think he had sex with NK that night, not Shanann, like Chris Watts claimed. He hadn't touched Shanann for over a month. Doubt he did that night right before. That's so hard. You guys, it's so crazy because I've been watching late at night a couple of other crime cases. And some of them, it's like, did Chris watch this and like get his story out of here? Because it sounds so familiar. I think that ledge was the stairs in his house. I think that ledge was the stairs. What do you mean, Kimberly? What do you mean by that, hon? Can you explain to me? I like your picture, Mark. Hey, Norma. Nice to see you. He said NK had been through so much. Yep. Like what? Divorced parents, cheating boyfriends, job challenges. That's not. Yeah. Maybe there's stuff he didn't say, I don't know. I want to show you guys some stuff because you remember Nanny Love. Nanny Love's so sweet. She had got me a gift card for Yankee Candle like last year, you guys, for Christmas, right? And I hadn't used it yet. And I'm still trying to get used to this hair. Sorry, you guys. And I hadn't used it yet. And she kept reminding me, Bella, you got to use the gift card. And then she finally said, it's going to be, well, I know what talking down off a ledge means, but what did Kimberly mean about this, the ledge being the stairs? Anyways, she goes, you got to use it because it's going to expire, right? I think after everything went down, she freaked out, and the ledge he was talking about was the top of the stairs. Oh, his stairs? The top of his stairs? Thumbs up for Nanny Love. So I want to show you guys the stuff I ordered that Nanny Love gave to me. Okay? Really sweet. So I ordered this. Isn't that pretty? It's a purple. Yes. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. Rude, right? I hadn't even started yet. And then there's this. It goes on a jar candle. Oh, outside the bedroom. Oh, that's a good catch. That could be true. 12 thumbs down. Nice. Yeah, and then it doesn't go to this. It goes to a jar candle. It's like, really? Well, yeah. This one smells amazing. This is called Magnolia and Lily. You guys, this smells so pretty. Magnolia and Lily. I say if you like Yankee Candle, this smell, if you like the florally smell, it smells amazing. And then I got this one, which is fresh lime and cilantro. Love it. Love that too. And then the last one I got is Midnight Jasmine. This smells really good too. Midnight Jasmine. So thank you, Nanny Love. This finally just came. So I need to write her a thank you card and send her an email. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so good to me. I appreciate it. I really do. Nothing lavender. No, but I do have You know, the thing Coffee sent me, which by the way, I got to turn it back on. I run this thing whenever I'm home all the time. What's that called again, Coffee? I have lavender for that, and I've got, oh my gosh, a bunch of good colors or flavors for that. Whoever gave the 100 bananas? What do you mean 100 bananas? You're still on the phone. Norma didn't mean to say would look. Can you guys believe that? Like, seriously? 12 people are going to give me a thumbs down? Tammy Lee, the lady who gave Chris Watts the polygraph test, she called him horrible liar, and I think he wasn't in the right state of mind when interrogated. I agree. He was not in a good place. I'm on the phone still. Annie, what's that $ for, honey? What happened? Diffuser. Thank you. Yes, Coffee sent me this amazing diffuser. Well, you guys saw everything she sent me. You guys are so sweet to me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, Norma, that Coffee gave me that. Coffee gave me a super chat. So sweet. Thank you, Kiki, for the thumbs up, honey. Gosh, what else? The Scott Peterson case. What do you guys think about the Scott Peterson case? Do you guys think he's going to now? I mean, I don't know about him. Like, if he does a trial again, if he gets a new trial, the death penalty is back on the table from what I heard. But then I thought they overturned the death penalty on him. So how does that work, Kimberly? I think he's guilty as sin, Kimberly. He's still. I agree, Annie. You guys put a 1 in the chat if you think Scott Peterson is guilty. So they overturned the death penalty, but then if he gets a new trial, the death penalty is back on the table. I don't know much about Scott Peterson, but my mom talked about Drew Peterson. Lingerie fund. Well, who knows? I might want one. I might want some lingerie pretty soon. Just kidding. Ooh, so far I see all ones, you guys. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Norma says, yep. Chris says, yep. Guilty as sin. Wait, are you talking about Scott Peterson? They didn't overturn it. They threw the penalty phase out. So there. Anitra, I was just asking about you today. Where have you been? Are you okay? I know, Kimberly. Ew. Drew Peterson? Yikes. Sean says, yep. Krama Junkie. Maybe it's opposite day, Mark. Yeah, everyone's giving me thumbs down. Really sweet. I guess they say you're doing something right if you start getting thumbs down. So thank you. Krama Junkie, you know this isn't my hair. Come on. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to show you guys the wigs came. The wigs came. You guys want to see them? They're hideous. Okay. I'm thinking about using one of them for Halloween and being Chucky. Okay. Seriously, that's how hideous. It does not look at all like it did in the pic. The silver one is really pretty, but I don't like it on the top where you can tell that it's a wig. Sorry. It didn't look like that in the pictures, but they finally came, of course, after I get my hair done. These are very, I'll show it to you. So if anybody wants, let's see. Now it's 3. Oh. Uh-huh. I get it. Uh-huh. Kind of it is, right? Hold on. I was going to just send them all back, but right. So coffee. So you know it could be 4 people together doing it. Okay, hold on. What's this? Oh, that's not. Okay, the silver one's really pretty. I mean, if people want to spend their time going around giving me thumbs down. Okay, this is a great silver one. This one's really pretty. Isn't that pretty? It's soft. I do have to say that. It's very, where'd the thing go? It's very soft. But look at, see, it didn't look like this in the thing. It looked like it was all, it looked like a scalp when I ordered it in the top. See? I mean, I guess you could pluck it, but I don't know how to do that, and I'm not good at that. But you can tell it looks fake up there. But it's very pretty other than that. Isn't that pretty? This is the color I want my hair to be when it turns gray. When it turns gray, I want it to be this color. Let me see. Oh, is it shedding too? You are an obsession. You're my obsession. Who do you want me to be to make you sleep with me? How about that? You are an obsession. You're my obsession. Look at, I mean, come on. Who's going to wear a wig that looks like, this is backwards, hold on. That looks like this. Look. It looks so fake. I'm Grandma Bella. Crime. I know. Where have you been, girl? Oh, are you talking to Coffee? Yeah, I did. I did watch I listened to the tapes. Been watching Big Brother, Finland, sleeping in my room. Aw. Are you doing okay physically, Anitra? Do you have any prayer requests? My wife bought the extensions with the tape instead of the... That's what I have, Gigi. That's what I have. The tape-ins. Hold on. Hey, Jesse. You guys tell me that this does not... Yeah, Morticia, it doesn't matter. The color of your hair is beautiful. Isn't it? I love this color. Hopefully this is the color I have when I get old. Well, wait. When I get older, should I say, because I'm already old. Now, let me show you guys the Chucky one, okay? Tell me if you would ever wear this thing out in public. When I ordered it, it was darker up top, and it was darker up top, and then like a brown color as it went down. Hey, Grandma. Yeah, well, that's not the way it looks. The whole thing is a big frizzy orange thing. Gigi, so your wife has tape-in extensions? Everyone in the chat. We had huge power outage on Monday in the whole okay, Byron. 250 without power. Is it still that way? You had a tarantula, Kiki? Oh my gosh. Some people are good at wigs and they can, you know, make them look nice. So maybe I'll sell these. I don't know. Or send them back. Well, wigs are false advertising. Byron, are you okay, honey? Is there anything you need? Anitra, honey, I'll be praying for you. I'll put you on the, well, you're on the prayer list. But if everyone could pray for Anitra and Byron, please. We all need prayer, you guys. Everybody needs prayer. Okay, look at this thing. Come on. Like, this looks nothing like Aw, Kimberly, you're sweet. This looks nothing like the photo at all. I would never in a million years wear this thing out in public, okay? Unless I wanted to be Chucky. Come on. I can't get this off. Get it off. Okay, let me move this so you guys can see. My left foot needs prayer. Okay. Oh, your foot still, Keeks? Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. It's a frizzy mess. Look at this. Really? Would you ever wear this thing out? And then look at how disgusting is this? Oh, our wigs are so beautiful. You can barely even tell that you have one on, and they're lace front. Look at that. Chris said I'd wear it. Come on, seriously? This is disgusting. It looks like someone tried to brush it too. Someone probably returned this and they sent it back out because there's parts that are like wavy curly, and then it looks like this has just been brushed. So there's that one. No, thank you. I will never wear this thing. What us women have... Jenny, it looks like Cousin It. The things women have to go through, I tell you. The things women have to go through when we get old. So, Wizard of Oz, Van Halen's hair. That wig needs purple shampoo. Kimberly, it does, right? Okay. That's the second one. Now I'll show you the third one, and that's it. I'm sending them back. Damn it. So I talked to this guy, right, you guys? I've known him for like 12 years, a long time, just a friend, right? And he knows I'm getting a divorce, and he's going to come and help me with my roof and my gutters, right? He's going to get the moss off my roof. He's going to put this stuff up there for me, this moss stuff. And real sweet guy. Not for me, not my type. But he's a friend, and that's what I need right now, friends, right? Now look at this. Come on. Send that lion wig to Byron to keep him warm. Okay, figure that's a good idea. Hey, rolling and trolling with Mike. Rolling and trolling with Mike. How are you? Let's see. Okay, here's the third one. Now this one's not so bad. It almost looks like it has, oh, that must be from the light. That's not too bad, huh? This is kind of pretty. Roadkill wigs, that's it. This one's kind of pretty. It lays nice, right? It's just this. That. Come on. That's not supposed to look. And then that also said you could part it. Doing great today. Good. Nice to have you. Everybody say welcome to Rolling and Trolling with Mike. Mike, are you a troll? Are you a nice troll? You can't part this any way you want. It's false advertising. It's got one way to part it, and that's it. They lie. You better hope PETA doesn't see this live stream. Yeah, Jenny, this one is pretty. Kiki, do you ever wear the wig I sent you, honey? Nice troll. Nice troll, yes. Good. Everyone's saying hi to Mike. Use oh, that's true. This one's kind of too dark. I don't know. You do wear it, Kiki? Good. Yeah, I sent Kiki a dark wig. You guys saw it. I wore it on stream one time. This is my channel name. Please come by and check. Absolutely. What are your videos about? Rolling and trolling? What are your videos about? That looks like my mom's hair in the 70s. Oh, meditation. That's what I need. I need to meditate. Absolutely. Especially I'm getting a divorce, so I need to clear my brain, clear my spirit. I'm on the market. Yep. Pretty much. So if there's any good-looking men out there that are good people, you have a job, you can support yourself, you like Trump, you love the Lord. I mean, I would prefer you be a believer, but it's not like you have to be a Bible thumper. Let's see. What else? Jesse says, me. Watch out, single and ready to mingle. Oh, Norma, thank you for subbing him. That's sweet. You just got a new sub, Mike. Jesse, really? Thank you. Please, comments in the video. You can come by and see. Okay. Mike, do you ever get, let me ask you this real quick. Do you ever get people that decide to give you thumbs down before you even went live? Isn't that nice? Isn't that sweet of them? Very sweet, huh? It's like people are so hateful, I tell you. Coffee, do you want to come up and chat? Gigi says, if I wasn't married, you get thumbs down too? It's like, why? For what? Are people that hateful that even before they know what you're going to talk about, I'm going to give them a thumbs down? Oh, maybe I should have some wine. Gigi said, if he knows how to love the Lord, he will know how to love you. I agree. I agree. Mark, how are you doing? Jesse, where do you live, hon? It's about getting views. It's all that matters to you. Really? You don't like everybody either, Bella. Come on. Not everybody, but hey, what I don't do is I don't go around and give people thumbs down. I don't. Seriously. My husband bought some tannyite. We are going to go into the desert and shoot it and watch it blow up. What is that, Norma? Oh, you're in Chicago? Well, Jesse, come on. Come on, take a vacation. See how we get along, you know? Coffee, are you going to come up? Coffee. Oh, it's a pattern. Tannerite. It is mean, right, Mark? Like for no reason. I'm just going to go give her a thumbs down. I'll give him a thumbs up or a finger up. I mean, yeah, Coffee, come up. We can have a conversation. Coffee and conversation. Coffee. Chris, you want to come up? Chris, Coffee. Come on, you guys. Jenny. Yeah, let's have a discussion, you guys. Sean's like, good, you can finally have someone else. I use picture with sound beat, then post it on my channel. Sometimes it's a brain tease. Other time I had done missing person flyers with music. Okay. Oh, I'm into the missing persons and the crime stuff. Okay, Jesse. Yeah, we could go out to dinner, go out to coffee. Hold on. What's this? I'm going to check your channel out real quick. Rolling and trolling with Mike. Oops. And with. There shouldn't be too many channels with that name, right? Oh, stress reliever. Can I hit Chris? You don't have to get drunk. You can drink while you're up though if you want. Ooh, numb. Okay, Sean. Brain teaser. What do you see and hear in this video? Can I play it? Mike? Can I call you Mike? I want to hear it. Norma? Norma, do you... Norma's like, Mark, if that's you in your pic, you got a nice bod. Okay. Woohoo, Norma. See, I am so not thank you, Mike. I am so not creative at all. Oh, let me blow it up really quick. Hold on. It's a pretty picture. There's wings coming out that weren't there as much. Hold on really quick. It's from a 3D picture I brought from someone else. You know what's cool? I know, Mark, I'm just not creative. One thing is I'm okay to speak. I can do that. I can talk. I can have a conversation. It's just when it comes to like thinking of creative things, I'm not good at. Optical illusion. Listen, you guys sub up to Mike. The reason I say this too, he needs to get to 1,000, but at the same time, let's try to support positive channels, people who aren't all into the drama and hate and fighting and constantly calling each other out. We need more channels who are trying to get us to think, channels that are trying to show their creative side. You know what I mean? So I'm absolutely all for, subbing to channels who are trying to do good instead of, I'll go back and watch that later, hun, but I'm going to definitely. I'm always looking for new stuff to watch. Thank you. Oh, Jenny, who's that? Is that Brenda? I can sing. Oh, I'll sing. How about that? Hey, Brenda. I knew it was you. Okay. Coffee, are you ready? Chris, are you coming up? Oh, Annie, can you put the link in there, hon? Is Annie still here? Oh, Kiki needs an electric blanket for her feet. Oh, your rheumatoid arthritis hurts bad tonight. I can share his. Hold on. Let me Coffee. I'm putting the link down here. Okay, honey, that's okay. Coffee, I just put the link down for us and that for you. And then I'm going to share his link. Let me go to my channel. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, let me find him real quick. Hold on. Where'd he go? There he is. Hold on. I will share his. Wait, how come I can't share? Where do I get his link? How come I've been able to share other? What am I missing? How come I don't see a share option? Thank you, Brenda. Oh, Sean, you did? Where's your URL? I don't know what I'm not seeing here. Because all I see is 3 videos, and it doesn't give me the option to share. There's no URL. Where's the URL, you guys? Usually I can just share the page or Mike, I'll give you a wrench real quick, okay? And then just because I don't know you, I'll give you a wrench just for a second for you to post your channel, okay? And then I'll take it away. Take it away. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, I just gave it to you. You should be able to post your link. And Coffee, I dropped the link to come in. Is it already 10:30? Wait, what did Coffee say? I know. Sean doesn't like to twerk anymore. Sean doesn't like twerking anymore. It's not showing you, hun. It's not showing you backstage at all. Okay, awesome. He posted his link. Sweet. Yay. No, it's not showing you backstage at all. There's nobody here. Do it again. Go out and come back in. There you are. Okay, I see you now. Now I see you. Didn't see you before. Okay, let me see that it's you. I won't put you on live. Don't worry. Okay, honey. Okay, I'm putting you up now, okay? Okay.
Hey guys.
Now, I know what everyone's going to say.
What's everyone going to say?
She sounds like BBT. Everyone's going to say it. I guarantee you. Uh-oh. We just said BBT. Watch what happens.
She's going to show up.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think Trump's going to win?
I do not.
You don't?
Not anymore.
What?
He's made some big mishaps recently.
You think Joe Biden's going to win?
Yep.
Why?
I think Kamala Harris is actually going to win. She's the one who's running. Joe's not running. Not really.
Pretty much. But not everybody knows that, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, anyone that pays attention and is on any type of regular Dem mailing list sees that the stuff that's coming out is from Kamala, not Joe.
Right. I like your long hair, and I'm not sure if the extensions are better or if I've gotten used to them. I think these ones.
Is there still an echo?
Huh?
Is there still an echo?
No, say something. I know. Yes, I hear it echo.
I have everything closed.
So do I. Thank you, Picker. Yeah, the only thing I have up is us. Yeah, it is, Mike. They're using Joe to get Harris in there to be, once Joe's in there, he's out. Like once Joe wins, if he were to win, please, Lord, don't let it happen. He'll be out. Harris will be there, and then Nancy Pelosi will be. Oh Lord.
I mean, if he wins, it'll be less than 90 days and he'll step down. And Harris has been their pick since Trump won. I mean, they were pushing Harris, before Trump even took office. Yeah. The Dems were throwing Harris down everyone's throat, and she didn't do well, so she dropped out. And, then Bernie was doing really well. I mean, he won 2 out of the first 3 states. He won New Hampshire. He won Nevada by a big amount. And Iowa, it was close. It was between it was like 0.01%. So it was, him. It was going to be Bernie or Pete.
Mm-hmm. Right, Chris. I agree. Yeah. Joe is just. So what do you think? And I don't want to stay on this topic for too long, but what do you think Trump's done recently that's damned him so much?
A lot of the COVID stuff.
Trump's not a magician, though. Like, he's not responsible. I mean, for everybody, he is. The thing is it wasn't only him involved in all this stuff. He's the president. He's one man. Like, he's not a doctor.
I'm talking about how he acted after he got it. I know a lot of people that turned away from him once he, was still contagious and took the mask off and went back into the White House. No, I don't think it's his fault he got it, and like I had said, previously, he got bad advice. He was being told to, act strong.
Mm-hmm.
And, I also know that, at one of his recent rallies, instead of having the American flag up, he had one that was altered a little bit. Some people say it's anti-BLM. I'm not going to even go into that, but he didn't have the typical American flag up. He had a different flag that symbolized some stuff, and it replaced the regular American flag.
And you know that Trump made that decision?
He okayed the decision.
How do you know that?
Because he didn't have them change it.
Well, how do you know that he even knew anything about it before he went there?
Well, he was up there and didn't say anything. But the thing is, that's what people see, right? So whether or not he made that decision, it looks bad to him and voters.
I don't think Trump would say, I want to go put an anti-BLM flag up there for everyone to see. No, I don't see him doing that.
Well, I mean, someone on his campaign did.
I mean, that's just like me. Oh, well, I'm not even going to get into it.
But someone on his campaign did, and fortunately or unfortunately, if your campaign staff screws up, it's on you.
I know, because he's not busy or anything. Like, he has nothing else to do besides pay attention to what everybody else is doing.
But whether or not it was his decision, that's what people see. Like last night, there was something, and I actually defended Trump last night to people when I guess he had some type of like a rally, and then there was like some screw up with like the busing to get people back. So there were a lot of people at the rally in Oklahoma in freezing cold that couldn't get back to where they needed to be.
Right. Well, the venue picks the flag, not the Trump administration.
It's still on Trump. Just like
everything's on Trump. Everything's on Trump. Everything everybody does is on Trump.
But you're asking, but the question you asked me is if I think he's going to win. All of these things are what voters see, right?
That's absurd, though. Like no one can prove any of this is his fault. Like they just want to pick and pick and pick. They're not voting on the important things. Just that's what happens.
That's what happens in elections all the time, though.
Okay, so you think people are going to pick Joe Biden with all of the sketchy shit he's been doing and the fondling of children and all of this other shady, corrupt shit he's been doing? You think people would rather pick him over Trump because of the flag or of this or of that when he's always got the American flag around? I mean, seriously, I'm just saying it sounds pretty petty to me.
Well, I mean, you asked me my opinion with that and with what happened at Oklahoma last night. And as I said, I defended Trump and said it wasn't on him, but I know a lot of people were outraged last night.
Last night.
Yeah, so last night he had like a rally in Oklahoma at an airport, and it was badly planned, and that's actually on his staff. And what ended up happening at the end of the rally, the buses that were supposed to take the people back from where it was in the airport to where they parked didn't come. So there were hundreds, if not thousands, of people out in the cold, freezing that couldn't get back, that was sitting there for several hours. I saw bad press on it. I saw a lot of people saying, how dare Trump do that? And as I said before, I defended Trump on that. So I'm not even saying that that was his screw up working on campaigns. I know that that was his campaign staff that screwed that up.
Do you see what Robert said? I don't see them getting all pissed off at Trump and his campaign, especially the people that go out to see him.
No, I'm not talking about his voters. I'm talking about other people that were on the fence. I'm not saying he lost any of his base from that.
Well, no, I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying that at all. Trump did not have a rally in Oklahoma. That was Wisconsin. No, I didn't say Oklahoma. Did you say Oklahoma?
I believe it was Oklahoma City last night.
I guess it was Wisconsin. That's what Mike said. It was Wisconsin. Oh yeah, someone sent me a picture of Biden standing behind a girl with his hands on her chest. Oh yeah, you know, a lot of these what's sick is a lot of the parents of these kids sell out their kids. You know, it's sickening. A lot of these parents that want to be in politics, they literally sacrifice their children to these sick perverts.
Yeah, it was actually Omaha, so that was my bet. Omaha.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I guess you're right. Or it was Omaha, Nebraska. I wish he would have come. He would have made it to Washington. I really do. Yeah, the weather is his fault, Robert. You know what? Many of us disagree. Many of us agree. It's all a matter of what's important to us, the things that are important to us, and there's no reason. That's why I like our channel, because we don't fight about it. We talk about it. Maybe we might get a little irritated and stick up for the person, we think is the best candidate, but we don't fight and get pissed off and say, well, I'm cutting you off. Bye.
Yeah, I actually agreed with you on that, Robert. Like I actually defended Trump last night when I heard, but I did see a lot of backlash about that.
But I think that's petty compared to the big things that are important, is what I'm saying for me as a voter. Like that wouldn't make me be like, okay, well, being this happened, I'm not voting for him now. I mean, no, I think that's absurd.
Here's an example, and this is how like finicky some voters are, right? So there's judge elections going on right now where I live, and I was talking to someone just about some of the judges, since a lot of people don't really know judges. And I was talking, and someone that was like a local judge is actually running for the state Supreme Court. And I was talking to someone about that, and they're like, well, I will never vote for them. And I'm like, why? They actually have they have a good record when it comes to certain types of crime and stuff. And the person, instead of voting for the party they normally vote for, they want to vote for the other party because that person convicted did not throw out their parking ticket.
Oh my, see, that's what I'm saying. Just, it's petty. What it's like, it's just people. That's why what things happen that happen. It's like, vote on the issues that are important. It's like if they're deciding, okay, well, because of that, I'm not for, then they were just looking for an excuse not to vote for that person. You know what I'm saying?
But with that, like, so they're voting one party down the ballot except that one race. So I don't think with that they were really looking for an excuse. That's just how petty some people are. Like, I've had somebody tell me that they wouldn't vote for a candidate even though they like them because they didn't like their hair.
Right. Well, yeah, Trump's orange or his hair. You know, they don't like it. I mean,
this wasn't Trump. This was 4 years ago in a local race.
That's right, Chris. I agree. Right. Gets her game face on top. I know, Mark, I do. I totally just change into a different person when it comes to politics. All right, Mike, I'm going to check out more of your channel. Absolutely. Because I need to meditate. I'm just kidding. I do. I need things to mellow me out. Definitely. Because I'm high strung. Right, Coffee? High strung, my mind's going. Thanks for coming by, Mike. Make sure to give me a like and a subscribe on your way out. Trying to sound like all the other YouTubers. Make sure to hit like and subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
Oh, and the notification bell. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, did you send something in private chat? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. It should be already. Is it not?
I'm reading the chat in
yeah.
So I don't
right away that. I did. Right away. So what do you guys think would be fun to do for Halloween? Like I said, I'm not creative. Does anyone have any ideas?
So like I was thinking maybe like a Zoom night with like scary movies or something.
Would you guys show up to that? Would you guys actually click on links and show up to watch some scary movies and eat popcorn and stuff? Yeah, Robert, that's pretty true. That's right. Chris says, I'm going to be drunk.
Well, I I actually agree, Robert. I think Trump's biggest thing is he just needs to sometimes, and Bella's actually even said this, like he needs to like get off Twitter and sometimes listen to what he's told to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't ever watch what he says on Twitter anymore because I don't go on Twitter. But back when I did, I absolutely felt that way. Sometimes just take it down. Even his daughter Ivanka said the same thing.
And like that is one of the biggest things that like a lot of politicians have trouble with. It's like sometimes you just have to shut your mouth.
Yeah, picker. I'll be in jammies. Yeah, wear my onesies. Annie, you'll show up.
Annie, is your hubby's birthday Halloween?
Thank you, Mike. Hubby, it's your husband. Whose birthday is it?
Annie said his hubby's birthday, and so I was asking her if that's Halloween or is like today her hubby's birthday.
I think on Halloween, but it said Huds. I wasn't sure if she was Hudson's. Yeah, she was talking about someone else.
Oh, I thought
on
she meant
Halloween during fake news times. And I did tell Coffee that too. I said, that's how he gets his truth out there. He gets what he wants to say out there. Yeah, but sometimes.
I mean, but at the same time, that's, I teach my daughter that if someone's rude, like, it's not nice for her to be rude back, right? Like,
You have to admit, though, he's really taken, well, you probably won't admit this, but because he's taken a lot of shit from the Dems and the whole Russia collusion, the impeachment, the this, the that, like the whole 4 years he's been fighting them. The whole 4 years he's been having to defend himself and been accused of this and that and this and that, and then trying to also, while he's trying to get things done for our country. And that's what pisses me off. It's like, how much can the Democrats really care about their party when they're spending the whole $48 million, trillion dollar, whatever, 48 million on trying to take Trump down, on the Russia collusion, all the time invested in that. They're not, as they're not doing things for their party. So it's like, that should really make people question that. Like, they need new people in there, new people, term limits, big time.
oh, absolutely. And I think that, I think that a lot of things changed for the negative when they got away with the vice president being the candidate that came in second place. Because years ago, it used to be that, the president is who won the election and the vice president who was who came in second place. So it made the parties kind of work together.
Good night, Mike. Exactly. I agree. He will take about 46 states in the popular vote by about 10, 15 million. Chris says he got flipped off by a liberal today. Oh, hold on, Coffee. Talk to everybody for a second, please. I got to grab my stuff out of the dryer real quick. Sorry.
Why do you think that he's going to win 46 states, Robert?
Shit.
And who's rich by foreign countries?
Coffee, I'll be right back.
I'd actually agree with you, Robert. That he's an outsider, and that's why Dems and a lot of people hate him. Bernie, even though he was, he's been inside, so to speak. He's also an outsider, and look what the Dems did to him. They totally screwed him over. Hey, Sean, do you think it can be close, the election? I don't think 99% of voters are going to vote for Trump, Chris. I know a lot of them that have guns. Hey, Patty Cake. What about outside of Florida?
Don't be cruel to a heart that's true.
And Bella singing.
Don't be cruel. I don't want no other love. Baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah, Rika. Bella showed us her new rigs and told us about some guy that's going to come over on Saturday.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking that to? Someone that hasn't been in the chat tonight?
Yeah,
Who?
Wicca.
Who?
Wicca.
Wicca.
Yes.
Who's Wicca? Hey, Patty. Oh, Ritka. Ritka, did you change your name back? Patty Cakes, how are you, sweetheart? Is Nanny Love in here?
I haven't seen them.
Where's Nanny Love been? Nanny, we're thinking about you, honey. Did I always have a passion for politics? No, not always. So that's why I'm saying. Sean, you think Florida's going to win? You know, my state's not going to. Good night, Brenda. You too, honey. You're tired. Annie and I really want to meet Annie.
You guys really should meet up. I mean, you're what, you're in the, maybe 3-4 hours away, if that. So, meet halfway, coffee or something.
Yeah. I mean, we could go to the outlets or something. Annie, we have to meet, or at least we have to talk. Yeah,
Annie, why don't you come up on panel? Annie should come up tonight.
Oh my God, my stomach is huge. Yes, Annie should. Jenny, I need to go to bed. I feel like I'm getting a migraine. Oh, sweetie, I hope you feel better. Yeah, go get some rest. I hope I'm wrong. Good night. Yes, absolutely. Good night. Good night, honey.
Yeah.
Check your.
Patty.
Sorry, coffee. I interrupted. I was just, before Jenny left, I was going to tell her to accept that, join the group for the book, the discussion room or whatever. Yes, Patty, I talked about it on a video last week. I think you were in there, weren't you? Yes, everybody put up some love and hearts and prayers for Patty Cakes. I told you guys she lost her husband.
That could be fun if we get wild and crazy. Then you and Bella could go live.
Who? Annie,
she said that she gets wild and crazy.
Yes, absolutely. There. Thank you, Sean. Good night, Jenny. Love you too, honey. Yeah, thank goodness you got to see him before he passed, right, Patty? Oh, there's some love for you. Oh. He's finally at peace. Amen. He's with the Lord. And I can just imagine what that's going to be like,
He's at peace. Yeah, exactly. He's at peace. No more pain.
No more sorrow, no more pain. There's a song that says, how's that now? No more sorrow. I can't remember how it goes, but there's a song that talks about that.
How have you been feeling, Patty?
Are you talking to Patty?
Yeah, I just asked her how she's dealing.
Attention hoarder. I like that name. The Dems tried to work for all people, but Senate has had the majority and Republicans have failed at every turn. Trump is awful for U.S. He lies about everything. Every time he speaks, fact check all sides. Definitely do your fact checking, guys. Do your fact checking. On that happy golden shore. What a day, glorious day that will be. That's it. What a day. Yes, Annie, I remember that. I'm so sorry. I remember you talking about that the other night. I'm sorry.
They arrested more of who, Annie?
On that happy golden shore. What a day, glorious day that will be. Yeah, fact check. He doesn't. I'm not even going. I'm gonna, people can have their opinions. I'm not gonna fight about it. We're all entitled to our own opinions. Right, Coffee?
Exactly. I mean, if you and I could get along.
Yeah, if we can get along. He OD'd on pills. Oh. Oh my gosh. Well, we know I'm getting a thumbs down for this video for sure from that one. That's okay. It's okay. Hunter Biden, I doubt Sean is going to use this. Oh my gosh.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. Same thing for analytics.
I know people think that they're hurting the channel by doing that,
Exactly. I hope so. Exactly, Sean. If you and I could get along.
Yeah.
And Sean and I respect each other too.
Well, attention, Porter, here's the thing. I believe some things are going to be coming out, though, that is going to shock the world. That's going to shock people. So, people, how many people were made to look like they did bad things and they didn't? Hey, Patty. Aw. Well, I'm glad you popped in at least.
I think the better question, besides how many Dems or how many Republicans, is how many people in office that are in power get away with crazy things because of the power they're in. We need to hold, no matter what party someone's in, we need to hold our elected officials accountable. And that's something that I always get a lot of grief for, because I'll call people out on both ends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they just need to get rid of some of these old people that have been in there. That the longer they're in there, in my opinion, the more corrupt they become. The more they look the other way, the more they they want more power, they want more money. They just become more corrupt. I believe there needs to be term limits, and I think that they need to just clean house and just start over, really.
I agree. There is, some brand new Congress that's an organization that I'm kind of involved in, and it's about basically totally cleaning house. And I also think that they need to get rid of lobbyists and have public funding of elections, right? So then there's basically get the money out of politics. And I think that public funding would also show us how someone could budget. If let's say each candidate gets X amount of dollars, and that's all they could spend for their campaign, then we could see how they could spend the money. And I think it's also really important to be able to see if someone's going to be spending, all of our tax money, how responsible are they with finances?
Hey, Kermit. Yeah, attention hoarder. I'm sorry. He hasn't had so many sexual assault charges. He's had allegations and Trump. And one of the gals actually said she wanted to do things with him. She wanted it. She did things willingly with him. So no, he's not getting sexual assault charges. They've, certain politicians do try to drag up a bunch of dirt, but you don't want to talk about the people on the left. I won't say Democrats, but the people that are in that party that are doing things to little children. That's okay though.
But I call them out.
Yeah. Oh, women were throwing themselves at him. He didn't have to assault anybody. Like, no, he could have any woman he wanted. That's the thing. It's like, no.
Right, but sexual assault isn't about sex. It's about power, though.
Well, they're saying sexual assault. He got sexual assault charges. Or it's about power. That's fine. But I'm saying he didn't need to force anybody into anything. Like,
right, but like with sexual assault or sexual harassment, it's not about sex.
Well, sometimes, not always, but it is sometimes.
Right, but a lot of times it has nothing to do with sex.
A lot of times, yeah. I mean, it depends on who it is. Everybody's different. It's just like sometimes molestation doesn't have to do with the actual sex. Weren't we talking about this the other night? It's about taking their innocence, about power, really. It's the same thing. Taking that from them, He never had charges on money laundering. Yeah, I never heard any money laundering charges.
Picker, if you actually look at studies show that in most cases, sexual assault actually is about power, not sex.
Well, Picker's saying it can be. I don't think every single case is always only about power. I'm sure some of them are about sex.
But Picker is saying that most of the time it's about power. That's not what study after study after study shows about sexual assault and rapists.
There's bad on all sides. Can't we talk about the bad on the right? Yeah, absolutely. There is. I agree. There is bad on all sides. I agree with that. No, but attention hoarder, that was before, and he said it with his words. He didn't do it. He said it. And it was like to one person in private, to me, that him saying that, and I'm a Christian, but that was before he was ever running for president or anything like that. He was in Hollywood. He was that's like words. And to me, it's not like, I think he was just kind of bragging, trying to be funny about it. Again, I go by actions,
But at the same time, though, like, I think it's about holding people responsible. Like, so.
Well, then there would be nobody fit to run our country. Nobody. I think everybody has skeletons. Everybody has said something wrong. Everybody has done something wrong. Like, it's just what gets put out. It's what gets found out. That's what I believe.
The thing that gets to me, especially when it comes to like sex and politicians, and is time after time I've seen Republicans go after Dems when there's like a sexual harassment charge and then defend a Republican that did it. And I see the Dems do the same thing.
Again, but he wasn't a politician.
I don't think that matters. Like, it's if it's not right for somebody to sexually harass somebody, it shouldn't be right if it's a Republican or a Democrat. Like,
he didn't sexually harass anyone. He was saying something to a guy.
Okay, but there's been many allegations that he has. So would it be
proven? Have they been proven or just allegations?
So before Bernie Sanders was a politician, he wrote an article, and this is the only bad thing that like I've seen people throw out. And he was talking about different sexual fantasies. And I've heard a lot of people throw out that he's a sexual deviant and all of that stuff. So, I mean, so it's okay for Trump to say that about a woman, but it's not okay for Bernie Sanders to talk about a sexual fantasy?
Have I ever said that Bernie couldn't?
But
You still support Bernie, right?
I've seen it in the chat, though.
I'm saying me. I've never said, oh, Bernie can't say that. Like, and look, he's still a politician, but everyone wants to hold it against Trump, something he said before he was a politician.
But not everybody does. Like, I think that people need to be more consistent when it comes to politics. Like, they need to hold both sides to the same standard.
Attention hoarder. Yeah, you know, how much money does he not make being president? I corrected myself and mistyped about the charges. I meant to say claims. Okay, yeah. Look up what just came about Hunter and Joe Biden selling Biden's influence around the. Yeah, and there's proof of that, and that's coming out. So, if there's bad people. There's corrupt people on both sides. There's perverts on both sides. There's cheats on both sides. There's liars on both sides. There's, power hungry people on both sides. Just because I don't think Trump's one of them doesn't mean that I don't think anyone else is. But it's like, the thing is people want to keep picking at you and picking at you and picking until you say Trump's one of them. Okay, I don't believe Trump is one of them. I've done a lot of research on him. I've watched old interviews. I've listened to what people have asked him. I've listened to his responses. I've listened to a lot about him. And I have my own opinion of him. What I care about is that he cares about this country, that he's stopped a lot of child trafficking going on, women trafficking, drug trafficking. Like, he cares a lot about that. He's done a lot for the Black community. He's done a lot for the Mexican community. He's done a lot for a lot of people. And he did. Nobody called him a racist before he ever ran for president. He had all kinds of African-American, Black people, Mexican. They all loved him.
They absolutely called him a racist before he ran for president. There were articles back when he was doing The Apprentice of him being a racist.
Okay, you didn't hear about it out like it was a big deal, like it is now. And then you get the people that are Black and Mexican that absolutely stood up for him. Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece, actually, many people have said he's the furthest thing from a racist. Like, people who know him. These are just people who don't even know him want to call him a racist.
Of course, it wasn't as big because he wasn't as famous when he was doing The Apprentice, but it was in some national papers. And I remember there was a People article about it back when he was doing The Apprentice, saying that he was a racist. So that one I definitely have to disagree with you on. People did call him a racist before he ran for president.
Okay, coffee. That's fine. I just feel like anything I say, you have to say something, disagree with me. I should say I personally have never heard anyone that knew him and knew his personality and had been around him and spent time with him call him a racist. Anyone can call anyone anything. But didn't he have a lot of Black friends before he became president?
I don't know. I don't know who he really hung out with.
Because, Oprah, for one. I can't stand her, but, there's just so many people that he used to go hang around in the same circles with people that were friendly to him, and a lot of those people were Black and Mexicans, and he's helped a lot of Black people. So how can he be a racist if he has friends that are, that I just don't. I feel like it's nothing nice can ever be said about him. Like, if whatever's been said out there has to be true. That's all I'm saying. He was friends with all kinds of people, right? And he still is. Biden will raise taxes. Absolutely, but he won't. I mean, according to Kamala Harris, he won't. He was doing things for the Black community for years. So do you have anything negative to say against Bernie? That's just like me coming out telling you anything good or that you felt positive about Bernie. If I just came back and kept saying like,
I've agreed with you, and I've said positive things about Trump. Like I said
what have you said positive about Trump?
I said that I think it's great that like he doesn't kneel to the media. And I said, I know a month or so we were having a conversation. I don't even remember what it was about, but I said, no, I actually believe him because he won't kneel down to the media. And I respect that about him. I've said that to you on more than one occasion.
I don't remember that, but okay, so yeah, well, we all know he doesn't put up with the media. Look at how they treat him. But I'm just saying, I feel like no matter whatever I say, like how I feel about him or whatever, I feel like there's always a comeback with a negative thing about him. And I just personally think, I vote for him. I'm voting for him. I think he's good for our country. Sure, like his things that he does in his personality, whatever, like what, and got to remember, he wasn't a politician before he got in there, so he's not all prim and proper and fake in front of the camera like most of the politicians are. They know how to act, they know what to say, they know. He wasn't one of those. So he was a businessman. He had, he ran his own businesses, and then anything you try to say nice about him, it's like people who don't like him will just automatically come back with a negative, always.
Well, I don't like Biden either, but I'm sure if I started saying good things about Biden, you would disagree with them.
What I would tell you depends on what you said.
See,
but I know you don't like, it's not Biden you like. Do I ever go and try to, say things to you about Bernie? No.
But how often do I actually talk about Bernie, and is Bernie in the race now?
He's not in the race, but you've talked a lot about when he was and, what things that happened.
And you've said some things about Bernie too.
Like what?
You said that he's like a complete communist, which he isn't.
No, I said he wants socialism, and that's true.
He does not want socialism. He wants democratic socialism. There's a difference.
Okay, Robert.
So, socialism would be like him wanting to control what a business produces. He does not want to control how much of something a business produces. He wants democratic socialism, so things such as, college tuition. He wants the tax dollars that we're paying to go towards the people versus going towards huge benefits to huge organizations and sending billions, if not trillions of dollars to other countries.
Exactly. Bernie Sanders calls himself a socialist.
No, he calls himself a democratic socialist.
There's no difference.
Yes, there is. And exactly, Robert. Most politicians are complete and utter liars, and they change their minds every 2 seconds.
It does need to be about us. That's the thing we agree on, Hoarder. That's the one thing I think Republicans and Democrats, most of us, agree on. It needs to be about the people. What do you hear Trump say all the time? It's about you, the American people. It's about, I'm fighting for the American. But these people who have been in there for years and years and years, they always say that. It's never about us. They say that to get what they want, and then they don't act on anything they said they're going to do. So, whereas I feel Trump does, and that's my opinion. Some people do want socialism. Good night, patty cakes. The difference between socialism and communism is that the citizen can own private property. It can change real fast, Chris says. We will move from democratic socialism to no country because we will have open border. I see, that's it. And then at what point, when all this free stuff, everyone's getting free this, where does all that money come from?
It comes from we distributing the money that we already spent. So if we stopped sending funds to Israel, for instance, the money, if we stopped sending money to Israel, that would pay for everyone to go and get a college education. Simply reallocating the funds we're already spending.
But that's just going into the education system.
Right. But
okay, so there's not going to be enough money for everybody who wants. Look how many kids are going to be going to college.
Right.
That's not going to be enough to pay for every kid.
It actually is, though.
How do you know? So you know that we'll have enough money, but all that money will just get put back into the education system.
No,
or it'll go in people's pockets that are, in power, which is what happens a lot of the time.
So the money would go back into the education system. So then that money would go back into the United States economy versus going into another country's economy. And then if there were more people going to college or trade schools, people would have better paying jobs. So more taxes would be collected. And in addition, if there were more students going to college or trade schools, there would be more jobs created as well.
What about the kids that went and used that free college and then didn't do anything?
What about the kids that go to college?
The money, then it's not going back into the system, right? That's just a waste of money.
So you'd rather go to another country?
No, I'm saying you're saying that there would be enough money, but what about all the kids that go to college that don't even do anything and that they're not going to make enough money? So that's going to happen. So, how long would it take for this to even do anything? Like how many years?
So each year we send a lot of money to Israel. So if we stopped doing that each year, if we were to take those funds that we would have sent to Israel, we could give people a college education. And then any extra money.
What about healthcare? Free healthcare too. Free this, free that. How is that going to be?
Okay, so
who's paying for all of this?
So with the healthcare system, so right now, most people pay into, they have a job and each paycheck, $50 or $100 comes out of their paycheck and it goes to an insurance company and they have insurance, right?
Well, I mean, some do.
It's more likely than not, that's how it happens. So instead of paying that into the insurance company and then you go to the doctor and you probably have a deductible, and you have co-pays and all of that stuff. So instead of spending your money that way, you would pay that money into taxes, and it would actually be, usually it's less than what you would pay to the private insurance company. And then everybody could have medical insurance.
But do you understand all of the people that would be allowed here that won't work, that won't pay into it, that we have to pay for then? Like that's not a good program.
But it would,
and all their children and all their family that aren't going to be working.
Would you rather pay? But you'd end up paying, if you're working, you'd end up paying less money.
No, you're not, because
have you looked at the numbers though? The average American would pay less money because less money would be paid into taxes than what they currently pay for their insurance premium.
So who would again pay for all of the people that would be allowed to come here under the Democratic Party that they want? They want to just let everybody in and let everybody come here and take care of everybody. You think the ones that aren't working, the ones that won't work, and all their families, and that it's gonna not drain our?
But if you're eligible for benefits, and if you're not working at all, you could get Medicaid right now. So those people are currently being covered.
There'll be more, and there's a lot of people that have worked in our country, that have had jobs, that have paid into the system. I'm talking about a lot of people that they want to let come here that have not paid anything and won't pay anything into our system. Eventually, our system's going to be drained.
So it's two different conversations, though. One's about like immigration, and one's about
no, Hoarder. It is not brainwashing. They've said it themselves. This is America. Anybody should be able to come here. Anybody should be able to live the American dream and come here and be taken care of, pretty much. So no, it's not. And it was already starting to happen. Everybody was getting on their boats and their buses and the trains and everything to come here. I mean, you saw just miles and miles of people coming.
So, Chris, I have a question for you. What was the
exactly. Look what happened in Venezuela. Look at Venezuela.
Chris, what was the golden age in the economy in the United States, and what was the tax rate?
Yeah, you can't just get Medicaid if you're not working.
Yes, you can.
Not if you're not. No, not everybody can.
No, absolutely. If you are under the U.S. poverty level, you qualify for Medicaid.
Okay, well, a long time ago, I tried to get help, but I couldn't because we made too much. What was the U.S. poverty level? We were, I mean, at that time, considered poverty level. But, oh, you make $33 too much. So they stop it.
So then someone did work, though. You're saying that, and what I'm saying is if somebody works, if somebody is not working.
It doesn't matter. My husband was working, but I wasn't.
Right, but
and
you
we had 2 children, and I had health issues, a lot of them. And I needed a lot of testing done. I couldn't get the help. And I'm an American citizen, and my husband works. So that's what they want. That's my point. If you are working, you don't get help. They want to keep you stuck with nothing. That's what they want. They want you either fully dependent on the system and sitting at home, picking your ass, not paying into it, or if you are out working, trying to help yourself, you don't get help. That's how
That's,
they've always done it.
but that's the system now. If you could have got, if someone could have insurance, then that system could change. Like Democrats, so if there was a Medicare for all system when you were going through that, you would have had health insurance.
Mm.
So basically, what the Medicare for all system will do is it would provide insurance for those people that are in between, the people that can't afford it now. Because right now, the people that are not working could get Medicaid. The people that have, decent jobs have medical insurance through their jobs. What about all the people that are in the situation like you're at?
Not all of them. They have to be working a consistent certain amount of hours. It's like they get you on everything.
So should those people have insurance? If you're working 40 hours, let's say you're working 40 hours a week and you make $20 an hour in your insurance and your company doesn't offer insurance, should you be able to go to the doctor if you're sick?
If you want, you should have insurance from your company. Attention, Hoarder, name one socialist country that's better off than us.
So, but there are plenty of companies that don't offer Medicare insurance, medical insurance.
A lot of companies don't.
So are you saying, so what's the solution for that?
They need to demand that companies offer medical insurance.
So that would be more socialist than.
No, it wouldn't, because it's us paying into it through our own job, not paying for somebody else. Like, I don't think that's fair. Like,
so you think that the government there should be more government and the government should dictate what benefits an employer offers their employees?
I think there should be, it's not a control thing. It's if you have a business, just like it was before, you offer your employees the option to have insurance, the option, not force them, but offer them the option. The other thing, if you have a family who is paid in and paid, and my husband paid so much in taxes and we still couldn't get help. It should be for people who have paid into it, into the system, not people who are just going to come here and drain our system for people who have paid into it.
But so, I mean, that's a different issue. Can we take immigration out of it and just talk about citizens? Because they're two different issues.
Well, yeah, we can talk about the citizens, but what I'm saying is my issue with the Democrats, what they're trying to do right now, it's not just about the citizens. They want to help everybody, that even the ones that aren't.
If you're not a citizen, then you're not eligible for those benefits.
Well, I mean, that would be good. But I know people that can get help that aren't citizens. They have clinics everywhere. There's all kinds of people that they don't.
Well, yeah, someone could go to our clinic, but that's they don't have medical insurance. They wouldn't get Medicare for all if we instituted that program. So Medicare for all would not affect that situation at all.
Yeah, well, if it would be that if you're not a citizen, then you don't qualify, then that's a good thing.
Yes, and that's what it would be.
But I think it should be, I think people who pay into the system, and then there's a point where they might need help for a short time that they've paid into this system, they should get that help.
Right, and in the current system, they don't. And that's one of the things that a Medicare for All program would help, because if you're working and if you'd have it because you're working. Right now, if you're not working, you get it with Medicaid. So there's the group of people that are working and either aren't making enough, that they could pay whatever their company charges, or their company does not charge or does not offer insurance. So right now, the only option they have is to go to the open market where their premiums are going to be $200 to $600 a month, and a lot of people can't afford it. So what do you do with those people? Medicare for all.
They can't afford it.
Right. Medicare for all would provide, like, that's basically the group that would get benefited from it.
But yeah, attention hoarder, that was like years and years ago. That was back when I think Obama's first term is when that happened. I do think people should be able to see the doctors if they need. Absolutely.
Right
but
now
there's got to be a solid program put in place that not just anyone can go to the doctor for a cold. I mean, can you imagine how expensive that could get? Like, to just people taking advantage of it, just going and going and going and go. Like, especially if just anybody can go. I mean, there's births that people have, cancers. There's all kinds of things that it would be a lot of money. So my whole point is, where's all that money coming from?
So it's coming from, like I said. So what happens when you have, because there were millions, I don't even know the number, but there are millions of people that are working right now in the United States, right? So if everybody puts in to that system for one big medical plan, there's a lot more money that goes in, and they're able to negotiate prices. So it would cost somebody that's working less money than what they're paying now. And everybody would have insurance.
Attention hoarder, I agree. It's when you work and you still can't afford. The healthcare system is a mess, but people want to blame it on Trump. You got to remember, the healthcare system has been screwed for a long time. Like, a lot of things have been screwed for a long time. It hasn't been about us, like, nobody's cared about us for a long time.
So, I mean, what would you suggest they do, though? Because, so this system, Medicare for all, it's a solution to, for those people that can't afford it, but that are working. And I hear a lot of people shoot that down, but then when I ask for a solution, they don't come up with a solution.
Because we're not politicians. I mean, we're not. I mean, it's such a huge problem. Even people in power haven't fixed it. So how are we supposed to fix it?
But, like, we got to talk about the solution, right? Like, that's how you make change.
No. I mean, I think it may sound like an easy fix, like it's just, oh, this is the solution, this is how it gets fixed. But I think it's a lot more complicated than that. In my opinion, like, I don't think that's just the answer, like, that would fix the whole healthcare system. I think we would find ourselves I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel like we'd find ourselves drained. Our economy would be friggin' drained. I don't know. I don't think enough money would be paid in to pay for everybody's healthcare needs. How could it? I mean, again, you have the people that are working that are paying into it, but then you have the ones that aren't working that can't pay anything into it. So I don't think enough. That means the people that are working would have to be paying an astronomical amount.
But, I mean, how does Medicare work?
It's pretty much the same.
So then and that's
why our healthcare system, we're screwed. I mean,
but, like,
I think there needs to be a short. I don't think people should be able to just get on the system and stay their asses on there for years and years and years, unless they physically are disabled, they can't work, they have something, where something's wrong with them, where they really can't work. You know, I think people jump on our system and screw our system and take advantage of it. And I think there should be a temporary, you should only be able to be on it temporarily. Because I don't believe there'd be enough money there's so many people that don't work,
Wait,
that
but
don't pay into anything, not just our healthcare system. They don't pay taxes, they don't pay into anything.
those people, if they're a citizen, they are currently getting Medicaid.
So do you think people should just be able to get free everything for as long as they want? And it should be everybody else's responsibility to pay into it?
Free everything? No. But do I think that if you're a human being and you are sick, you should be able to go to the doctor and get treatment? Yes. Do I think that the economy has changed and like years ago, like let's say 50 years ago, you used to be able to get a decent paying job and support your family with a high school education. Now you can't do that with a high school education. So just like we pay for K through 12, I think that should be extended for an undergraduate degree. Beyond that, like there's nothing else that I said that people should get for free. I don't think people should get a place to live for free. I don't think that, people should be able to go and have a steak for dinner every night for free.
Well,
I just think that education people should be able to get. And
they should get free education, free healthcare, and then what? Free food, free.
No,
order. That's the thing. The minimum wage was raised, okay, but here's the thing too. If the wages keep getting raised on these businesses aren't going to be able to afford it, and we're going to lose all of our businesses. I mean, that's another thing. Maybe we should just take a break, stop talking about this for now. I think we've talked about it a long time. Everyone's been good sports.
So did you realize that I just said that that like I don't think people should get like steak dinners for free or food for free, and
you said dinners, yeah.
And I said food and stuff for free, and 30 seconds later you said that I think that they should get free food.
Well, I didn't hear you say food. I just heard you say steak dinners. But I mean, food's a necessity, isn't it? I mean, if someone's going to say they should get health care and education for free, I mean, why wouldn't whoever's in charge say, oh, well, food, I mean, people get food for free too. And they do eat steak dinners.
So, I mean, should nobody get any education? Like, should we cut out free education through K through 12? Like, why should the free education stop at 12th grade?
I'm talking about college, free college education.
Right. So, but why should it stop at grade 12? Why should it stop at a high school degree?
Well, when my daughter goes to school, or like you should have to have good, like it is, like for her, she had to be a 4.0 student, for the FAFSA stuff. She had to meet certain qualifications. And then they had to go by our taxes and how much, my husband made, how much I made, and they combined it, I guess. And so it's like, you have to pay out of pocket when you're going to college. Like school, regular K through 12, you just go to school, right? And it's taken care of. But college, you have to pick your classes. You have to go. You have to. It's to further your education out there in the world, like for a specific thing that you want to do in your life as a career. And so many times, people either change it and want to do something else, or they drop out, or they're not serious about it. So I think that's a touchy one too, because it could be a lot of a waste of money.
But people drop out of high school, so is that a waste of money? Like, what's the difference? Like, why should it stop at grade 12? That's all.
It's different to me. Going to elementary, junior high, and high school is different to me than a college education.
But why? What's different?
I just told you.
So in high school, you could choose your classes, and people drop out of high school all the time. So is that wasted?
Yeah, usually they do in 10th or 11th grade or whatever, 11th, 12th grade, but they do go all up until then.
So maybe, so then should we just pay up to 10th grade, and then 11th and 12th people should have to pay for it?
Well, we do have to pay for certain things in school, but no, that's a program already. I mean, the school system is a program. The teachers are getting paid to go to school. For, teachers are getting paid. There's an allotment for the education system for elementary, middle school, and high school.
Right. So why
College has to be paid for out of, from the students, the people who are going.
Right. Like I understand that's the system now, and I'm saying why not extend it?
Because the money has to, that's just more money. I have a headache. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's just more money going out. Let's take a break. It sounds on paper. It sounds good on paper, but it doesn't work. It never works. Attention hoarder says, and that pushes even more people into poverty, and people give up. For what, honey? Attention hoarder? What pushes more people into poverty? Anitra says, in Finland it works. I mean, high taxes and healthcare for all, but then again, we only have under 6 million people. Right. I mean, yeah, if this wasn't America and everybody comes here, then, I mean, it's like, it will never end though. It's like, I don't know. It's definitely a freaking crazy system. There's just so many people. That's the thing though. And people say we should never have closed borders. We shouldn't do this. But at what point, like, there has to be a point where it is though, because I can't think anymore. She's saying California? If you get sick and need a doctor, I think you should get one. But why do I have to pay for it? Exactly, Robert. I do. I think, yes, I think we should.
Right. So right now, if someone does, the way the system is right now, if someone's not working, you pay for it because they have Medicaid. But if someone's working and can't get insurance, then they can't go to the doctor. So the people that are not working get benefits. And there's a huge amount of people that are in that in-between limbo where they're working and they're not getting paid enough to actually be able to go to the doctor.
Well, and don't you think, just like Kermit said, countries who offer free healthcare also have extremely high taxes on the middle class. So you're going to be paying for it one way or another, and it's going to make you broke. Like it just seems like no matter what, you can't get ahead. I don't know. I mean, someone's got to be taxed. People have to, and who's going to be taxed? The people who are working to make up for the ones who aren't, and the people that need surgeries, and the people that need,
But that's already happening. There's Medicaid.
It has to stop somewhere. Thank you, Ivy. Yeah. What will a college degree mean if everyone has one? That's true.
Not everyone would choose to go for it.
But why? If it's free education, I'm sure most people would, right?
But I mean, you could say the same thing about high school. Like people drop out of high school.
Kate, no, we're talking about going to, not dropping out. We're talking about going to.
Right, but if you don't, okay, so people don't go to high school. And if you don't have a high school degree, then you wouldn't be able to go to college.
Yeah, if people can get a GED and go to college, right? That's right, it's showing it. I don't want any type of socialism. I know people who lived in it and they hated it, and everyone is miserable. Ivy says your GPA does not give you more FAFSA. It's just the name. No, that's for like scholarships and stuff, like her GPA, honey. It is just the name of the form that qualifies you for financial aid. The Pell Grants, that's what I was talking about, because she applied for that. It was the Pell Grant, but they go off what you make for the FAFSA. Because I don't want to pay for someone else's dreams. I have a hard enough time paying for my own. So that's right. So I said we were going to stop, so I'm going to stop.
So did you hear about the woman that posed as a prosecutor to drop cases against herself?
I just really, honey, I really have a headache. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I was asking about something that's not politics related.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Changing the subject.
Huh?
I was changing the subject.
Okay. What was it you said?
So I asked if you heard about the woman that had 3 charges against her, and she posed as a prosecutor to get the charges dropped against her.
No, wait, what? What was that?
Yeah, so, a woman allegedly poses as a prosecutor, drops charges against herself. So it's in New Hampshire, and she posed as a prosecutor, falsified records related to drug and stalking charges that were filed against her.
Yeah.
And she used the state's electronic system to drop the charges and submitted fake documents in 3 separate criminal cases. And this was last year. And she got busted when, I guess, the psychiatrist that was supposed to perform a competency exam on her noticed that the charges were dropped.
Oh my, how did she go as far as she did?
I don't know. Like she somehow falsified documents, got into like the state's court system. Like that's kind of crazy, right? Like that you could like hack in, I guess, maybe.
You think she had help? Maybe she knew someone that knew how to get in? Possibly.
I don't know.
That's crazy. How could she get that far?
She's also accused of falsifying a judge's decision to waive a filing fee in a lawsuit she filed against the county, and faked an order on a child custody case involving her child and a family member.
Oh my gosh. People are crazy. The things people do. I wonder how she got as far as she did, though, to drop the charges, like get them dropped.
Right, like she must, yes, like she either had help, but she would have, I'm thinking she would have had to hack into the system, right? Like,
yeah. Yeah, so I wonder how she was able to do that. Yeah, that's nuts. And then that lady, you guys, I think I mentioned it the other day, that lady up in Bellingham murdered her. I was going to look into this because I wasn't so sure that it wasn't the ex that came and tried to make it look like a murder-suicide. But then I don't think he would have killed his children, but you never know. But this woman, she was a psychologist, or she worked with couples, and she ended up murdering her 2 little girls and then committing suicide. And that was in Washington.
that's
so
sad.
Very sad. And she had been posting things about it, about narcissism and, narcissistic, like, what was it? Not divorce, but child custody stuff. Crazy.
How old are her kids?
They were small, like I think like 5 and 7. Or they were young girls. Were they twins? Maybe even. I think I saved the article.
So they were like, older though, so it's not like a postpartum depression type thing.
Right. Right. Yeah. It was. It was because her husband, her ex, was, saying he was trying to get the kids from her. Crazy.
So,
Oh.
wow. So that's crazy. That's definitely, I guess, one of those, like, if you can't have them, like, if I can't have them, you can't either.
Right. That's who does that? Like, unfortunately, too many people do. But how can you kill your own children? If you want to take your own life out, that's your choice. But to take your children, I just can't with that crap.
And like, you would think with what she did that, like, she asked for help, right? Like,
and think about these people are advising people like us out there to what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
I remember growing up, one of my neighbors was like a psychiatrist, and she was insane. Like, she was totally nutty. Like, and even like when I was like in high school, like, she came over, like, I was outside with one of my friends, and she came over and she's like, "So do you have like cocaine?"
What?
What? Like, we were just like, what? Like, first off, like, we didn't. Second of all, or if we did, like, it's an adult. Like, we want to give it to her.
Oh yeah, let's go do a couple of lines. Like, why would she? And she was a therapist?
Yeah.
Weird. People are weird. That's why I've become seriously a recluse. I really have. It's scary, and I'm scared for my kids out there, and I'm just like, I don't know what the world's come to. And then the whole COVID thing is just, people are going crazy. Seriously.
They really are. I think that the not having this social interaction has driven people insane. And with a recluse, definitely, like, I'm not looking forward. Like, I definitely want COVID done, but I'm not looking forward to potentially having to go back to an office and deal with people. Like,
right.
I don't think I will. Like, I think that I'm going to continue doing work at home. So, like, I'm sad, but in a way I'm happier. Like, I miss my friends, but like, I don't miss people in general.
Right. Right. And then it's even, look at how hateful it's gotten on YouTube, on social media too. It's just like, you'd think that people would be more loving and nice and kind to each other because of everything everyone's going through. But no, everyone's just ripping each other's heads off and lying about each other and making it. I mean, it's terrible. It makes me sick to my stomach. It really does.
And then exactly, and some of the stuff I see, like, what's the purpose of it other than to hurt somebody?
Mm-hmm. Showing personal messages and things like that. Why? Like, what good does that do besides cause heartache and cause people to mistrust you? Like,
exactly. Like, mistrust you, but then it also gets them to like mistrust others. Like, so I've noticed more of it since COVID, maybe because, like, I do have a lot on my plate, but like, I don't have like commute time. So I have a little bit of extra time. And like, I had trust issues before, like, in people in real life, but this shit's made it even worse.
Yeah, it has. It really has. Well, I think I'm going to jump off of here. I need to lay down. I think I'm going to put on what was it? There was a movie I watched last night I was going to tell you about. I'll have to look at it and message you because I can't remember what it was called, but I watched it.
Yeah, it's almost midnight.
I know. That's crazy. It's almost midnight. Well, I'm glad you came up.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. You're not mad at me?
No, I'm sorry. You're not mad at me? No, none of us are mad at each other. This is good. At least we can all talk about it, right?
See, like, the thing is, though, like, even though we disagreed, what we did, like, agree on is that something needs to change, that the current health system is fucked up, and that there's a group of people in the middle that get screwed over every step of the way, right? Like the people that are working but maybe aren't making enough money.
Right. So when you dissect it,
may change.
Yeah, when you dissect it, like the what's her name said, what was the new person that came in here? Anyways, I'm trying to look for them. But you know, it's like we all agree that attention hoarder. We want it to be about us, we the people. We want it like it should be, like we pay them to work for us and they're just controlling everything. And then we want things to run so that we can have the American dream. We can, you know, that's our kids can, our grandkids can, you know, we just we need to have a say in things. And people say vote, yeah, and we vote, but even though we vote, I do agree. I think a lot of times our vote doesn't matter because they do whatever they do.
And that's why, you know, I think that not only do they need to have term limits, but they need to get money out of politics, because when they continue to have, like, so if a company could pay you as a politician $1 million, or give you $1 million donation, and then, you know, a month later you're voting on a bill that could either hurt or help that company.
Mm-hmm.
Time after time, it shows that you're going to vote in the benefit of that company, as opposed to how it, you know, could or could not affect the American people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Money out of politics. I agree with that one. I definitely agree. Okay.
Okay. Off of here.
Love you, honey.
Love
I'll
you
talk
too.
to you later. Okay. Bye. You guys, that was a good discussion. I know we're all passionate about things either one way or the other, I think. But I think what we can agree on is we all want it to be about us, as it should be. How narcissistic of us. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad that we can all discuss it in the chat and we can still come back next time and be supportive of one another. So I think I wish our country was like that, but I wish everybody was like that. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. Absolutely. They hate Trump. He's making it harder for them to get there. I agree. I agree with that, Robert. Yeah. Neither is the Republicans nor the Democrats only want. Well, it's the people in power. It's the ones that need to get the hell out now. You know, they're too used to being able to manipulate and control and the corruption. And our founding forefathers knew exactly what was going to happen. Exactly. Imagine how boring life would be if we all agreed with each other. That's a good way to look at it, Coffee. It is. And Coffee is a sweet, sweet woman. Like, seriously, we've talked, like, we have conversations, and we do agree on a lot of things. We can't let politics, you guys, destroy our relationships, you know? I think it's really sad when families won't talk just because they're voting for somebody different, you know? They support somebody that way, different. It's really sad that tears families apart. We need to be more accepting of people's feelings and opinions. You too, Kermit. Good night, Anitra. Good night, Picker. Good night, Coffee. And just because somebody feels a certain way when it comes to politics doesn't mean they're a hateful person. It doesn't mean that they can't be a good friend. It doesn't mean they're not a good brother or sister or mother or father or whatever. It just means they have different views on politics. Good night, Chirpin. Good night, Sean. Good night, Robert. Thank you, honey. Good night. Who else is here? Chris. Annie's gone, I think. I think I said good night to everyone else that is still here. Thank you. Good night, attention hoarder. Thank you for stopping in. I'm glad you stayed and were a part of the discussion. Thank you. Hope you come back sometime. Good night, Robert. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. We're like a little family here. We have the same people that always come back, and I love that about you guys. I appreciate you for supporting our channel. This is our channel. I haven't been on as much lately because, as you know, I'm going through what I'm going through, but I do miss you. Oh gosh, no problem, tension hoarder. And I hope you didn't feel that you weren't welcome, because you absolutely are. Good night, Picker. Anitra, I hope you feel better, sweetie. Good night, Chris. You're coming up next time, damn it. Thank you for staying subscribed to me. Thank you for coming in and commenting, and I love it, having a discussion, an open discussion about it. Aw, well, I'm glad you came back, honey. Thank you. All right. God bless you. Sweet dreams. Sleep with the angels. We'll try to figure out something to do for Halloween. I don't know. Maybe I'll be Chucky. Just kidding. Good night, Sean. Love you, honey. No, Coffee, you've got one or two other ones usually with you. But I'm glad you had somebody else here with you tonight. Okay. Good night, you guys. God bless. Sweet dreams.